Hello and welcome. If you can see me and hear me, please drop me a 777 in the chat box. I am waiting for more people to jump on the call. Please, can you go to your groups and let them know that we are now live discussing cryptocurrencies and how to build a 6- and 7-figure portfolio. Welcome, B from Marrakesh. Please also let me know where you are from. What part of the country are you from? So we have Italy in the house. Welcome Olher from Italy. We have Columbus, Ohio in the house. We have London in the house. Welcome everyone to the call. It's been an amazing, amazing week, especially in the cryptocurrency markets. And if you have any questions during this call, please drop me a message via the chat box, and then I'll try and answer your questions as we go along. So again, welcome to the call. Welcome Simeon to the call, Simeon from Wokingham. So welcome everyone to the call. We have an international crowd here today. Yes, B, Marrakesh, beautiful place in Morocco. I have been there, love the orange juice, but I didn't have the snails. So, but again, welcome to the call, everyone. We have an exciting jam-packed call today. Again, please jump onto your groups. I'm just checking my phone, and please reach out to everyone in your groups. Let's get them on the call. So again, my name is Dr. Jav. I'm a forex and cryptocurrency trader. Again, welcome to the call. Today, I'm going to talk about what's been happening in the week of crypto, and also give you some ideas and indications how you can build your own crypto portfolio. So what we do is we teach you how to build a 6- and 7-figure portfolio via cryptocurrency. So as you know, or may or may not know, I've been in the cryptocurrency space now for over 5 years, and I haven't looked back since. If you can see my shared screen, please drop me a 333 in the chat box, and then we will continue with this webinar. Thank you, Olher. So, interesting week in cryptocurrency. If you look at CoinGecko, we can see the prices of cryptocurrency as they stand at the moment. So on CoinGecko, as I've talked about many, many times, it doesn't hold every single cryptocurrency, because currently there's over 10,000 plus cryptocurrencies in the marketplace. CoinGecko, looking at this, has 8,221 coins. So again, if you can, I'm just checking my phone at the same time, so please do excuse me. And again, I'm getting questions on my phone as well. I'll try and answer those as we go along as well. So please do reach out to people in your groups, and let's get as many people as possible on this call. For those of you, your guests and friends and colleagues who cannot jump onto Zoom, this call is live on YouTube as well. So we are currently live on YouTube. You can get the link from this Zoom, and please send it to your friends and colleagues. We're live on YouTube as well. And for those of you that have not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, you can subscribe, like, and share via the YouTube link that you have on with this recording or with this webinar. So again, my name is Dr. Jav. Welcome on the call. Exciting call we have today. So looking at this screen here, obviously Bitcoin is the biggest cryptocurrency in the market. The current market capitalization of Bitcoin is just over $600 billion. So it's still the biggest cryptocurrency in the market. Now its price at the moment, excuse me, let me just refresh the screen. The current price of Bitcoin at the moment is around $32,000 to $33,000. Ethereum, this is showing Ethereum as $1,800, but I've just heard that Ethereum on some exchanges has gone beyond the $2,000 mark. Now, I don't know if you remember when I was speaking on either the last call last week or the week before, I was saying if the price of Ethereum is less than $2,000, you need to go out and get some. Okay, because Ethereum, the price of Ethereum will shoot through the roof, and I'll discuss that as we go along on this webinar. So if the price at the moment for Ethereum on any particular exchange is still less than $2,000, if I was you, I would do my research and then make the decision on whether to buy it or not, because Ethereum is a very, very good coin to have. It's the second largest cryptocurrency in the market after Bitcoin, and it may surpass the market capitalization of Bitcoin in the future. Ethereum has a much larger use case than Bitcoin. In fact, 85% or thereabouts of these coins here, of those 8,000 plus coins, are based on the Ethereum technology or protocol. 85% of those coins, because Ethereum has a very, very large use case. It's based around smart contracts, as I've spoken about many times. So it's a good time to invest in Ethereum. Again, at this point, I want to make it clear, I am not a financial advisor. All the information I give you today and on my other calls, I recommend you do your own research and look into the market again before you make the decision to buy or sell cryptocurrencies. So yes, I'm not a financial advisor. I do this as a hobby, but it's also my business as well now. And I've been doing this for a long time, 5+ years. I was around when we had the last bull run in 2017, where the price went up to $20,000 from around $3,000 or so dollars. And every single day I was watching the price of Bitcoin go higher and higher. I mean, it was, I remember clearly when the price was like 9,000 one day, then the next day it was 11,000, then 13,000, then 15,000. And before you know it, it was $20,000. And that's what's going to happen again, in my opinion. I do my research every single day. I watch the market. I look at the technicals, and I feel personally, we feel that the price of Bitcoin will hit 6 figures. So $100,000 plus in the next few months. Let me just break that down for you. If you were to buy one Bitcoin today for $30,000 or so, in a few months from today, you may be sitting on profit of around $60,000. Now, Bitcoin has been the highest performing asset class since 2009. You know, the value of Bitcoin has gone up so much compared to other asset classes like bonds, commodities, you know, gold, oil, silver, gas, whatever you look at in the marketplace, Bitcoin has far surpassed anything else in the marketplace. If you were to buy one Bitcoin today, hold on to that Bitcoin and not do anything else, just leave it in your wallet. In a few months, you could be sitting on a profit of $60,000. That's just from one Bitcoin. Now, obviously, some people might say, look, the price of Bitcoin is $30,000 or so. I don't have $30,000. That's okay. You don't need to buy a whole Bitcoin. You can buy $1,000 worth. You can buy $10,000 worth. If you were to buy, let me give you another example. If you were to buy, say, $10,000 worth of Bitcoin, hold it in your wallet for a few months. When the price hits 6 figures, you'd be looking at a profit of around $20,000, give and take. You know, what can you do out there to give you $20,000 in the space of just a few months in profit? There's not many asset classes that are performing as well as cryptocurrency. Now, we feel that Bitcoin will go well beyond the $100,000 mark. In fact, Bitcoin is most likely to go to $100,000, maybe even $200,000 or $250,000 during the current bull run that will start very soon. In fact, we are currently in a bull run as far as I'm concerned. We have had the dips and the ebbs and flows in the market, the peaks and troughs, but that is nothing to worry about. If you look at this, when I showed this just a few days ago, every single figure here, more or less, was showing a red. But look at how it's changed in just a few hours. We are now seeing greens. In the last 24 hours, Bitcoin has gone up by 4%. In the last 24 hours, Ethereum has gone up by almost 3%. Cardano, another coin that I recommend you have a look at, has gone up by 2.5%. Polkadot, another coin, 1.7%. So it looks like the market is changing. And when I spoke about this just a few days ago, I was saying, you know, we may go lower. And looking at the charts, I did say we may go lower in price. But again, doing the analysis today, I don't know if we are still going to go down again. So I did some analysis just before I jumped onto this call. Now, this is actually based on the Coinbase exchange. And currently on Coinbase, the price of Bitcoin is around $34,000, $35,000. $35,000. Guess what the price was just a few hours ago? So just give me a second. I'll just get rid of that. So just a few hours ago, just look at what's happening. Bitcoin, the reason I trade cryptocurrencies is because compared to forex, the price of cryptocurrencies can go up by thousands of dollars. Bitcoin has known to go up by $5,000, maybe even $10,000 in the space of just a few days. And just imagine what that could do to your bottom line. Just looking at this candle here. So just looking at this candle here from the highest point to the lowest point, that is a difference of $9,000. $9,000, the price of Bitcoin, from the lowest point to the highest point in a single day on the 12th of May. That is how quick cryptocurrency can move. And just today, in fact, what day is it today? 28th of June. Just to give you a second. I mean, yesterday, the price was hovering around $30,000. And we were thinking that maybe, Bitcoin could fall further. Potentially, Bitcoin can still fall. It might fall down as low as $27,000. But look, just look at what's happened. $31,000 all the way up to $34,000, $35,000. That's $3,000 in the space of one day yesterday. That's how much Bitcoin has moved by. $3,000 in just one day. If you look at Ethereum, look at that. Ethereum has now gone beyond $2,000. In the last few weeks, I've been rambling on about this over and over and over and over again till the cows come home. I've been saying, if you do not yet have Ethereum, you need to consider getting some ETH. ETH is the second largest coin in the marketplace. It could potentially overtake Bitcoin. Yet people are still not listening to me. Look at this now. When I was speaking about Ethereum before, the price was, look at this, $1,700. Just a few days ago, on the 23rd of May, 2021, the price of Ethereum was hovering around $1,700. It was going up and down. Obviously, we've had consolidation in the marketplace. But look at it, just a few days ago, on the 22nd of June, the price of Ethereum was again around $1,700, $1,800. I went live on YouTube on that date or near that date, and I said it again. I said, look, Ethereum will very, very soon go beyond $2,000 again. If you have not got any ETH, my recommendation is look at it seriously, because the price of Ethereum, again, this is based on my own analysis, my own research, the price of Ethereum will hit $10,000, if not $20,000 in the next few months. If you were to buy one Ethereum today for $2,000, hold on to that for a few months, you could be looking at a profit of $10,000 plus just by holding on to one Ethereum. The price of Ethereum will go up by a multiple of five, if not 10 in the next few months. 5, if not 10. That's huge. Ethereum has before, on the 12th of May, the price went up to almost $4,500 on the 12th of May. Since then, even at today's price of around $2,000 or so, we're looking at a 50% discount compared to the price it was on the 12th of May. Now, I don't know what your favorite brand is. Let's just say your favorite brand is Gucci, okay? Now, Gucci trainers, they cost about, I don't know, £700 for Gucci trainers, and you love Gucci. If I said to you, those Gucci trainers are now £350, what would you do? Most of you on this webinar, most of you would probably run to the shop to get those trainers at £350 at 50% off. But those Gucci trainers will not likely appreciate in value. What we are seeing here for Ethereum, even as it stands now, we are seeing a 50% reduction in price compared to what it was just a few days ago. Last month, the price of Ethereum went up to $4,500. Today it's sitting at around $2,000. It's now gone beyond $2,000. And again, when it comes to cryptocurrency, cryptocurrency moves very, very quickly. Look at this. From the 25th of May to the 11th of May, sorry, 25th of April or thereabouts to the 12th of May, the price of Ethereum went from $2,000, just over $2,000, all the way up to beyond $4,000. So the price of Ethereum went up by $2,000. In fact, the 100% increase in price of Ethereum in the space of just 2 weeks. A 100% increase in the price of Ethereum in just 2 weeks. Now imagine if that was to happen again. When I do this, when I do a training again, maybe when I do the training next month, the price of Ethereum could be at $4,000, and then you will say to me, you know, maybe we should have listened to you, maybe we should have bought at $2,000. But again, that's what Ethereum's doing. The price is still very, very low, in my opinion. If you have not currently looked at Ethereum, look at it. It's smart technology. It's one of my favorite, if not my favorite coin after Bitcoin, and definitely you should consider looking at it. Now, I want to briefly talk about exchanges today, because I had a few questions coming in during the last few days. Like, you know, I'm interested in cryptocurrency. How do I buy and sell cryptocurrency? Obviously, if you're part of our academy, a part of our mentorship program, we do this training more or less every single day, and you have all this knowledge. But if you're not part of the academy, my recommendation is to reach out to the person that recommended you attend this webinar, or reach out to me via my contact details on this video on YouTube, and we can show you how to join our mentorship program. Now, when it comes to exchanges, currently on CoinGecko, there are listed 479 exchanges. So these are all the exchanges that you can use to buy and sell cryptocurrency with. There's a lot of exchanges out there, 479 just on CoinGecko. So you can trundle through these and decide on which exchange you want to use. Now, my recommendation is that you don't use just one exchange. You should never use just one exchange to trade with. I'd recommend having your hands in multiple exchanges, you know, 5, 6, maybe even 10 exchanges, because not all exchanges hold all the coins that you want to be transacting in. Okay, Binance may have some of the coins, Coinbase may have some, there's Kraken as well. Kraken won't have every single coin that you want to buy. I'm very, very big in altcoins at the moment. My recommendation, again, these are all recommendations. I'm not a financial advisor. My recommendation is that you should have a portfolio of coins. If you're new to the game, you know, if I was to give you a number, because I had these questions, you know, how many coins should I have? Ballpark 10, 20, maybe 30 altcoins is a good place to start. And obviously, don't just buy any coin willy-nilly. You have to look at the use case. You have to do your research, look at the people behind that coin, and don't go for those hype coins. What you'll find is that people, I've read somewhere online that someone actually invested thousands of dollars into a hype coin, and then the price went down to zero. So they lost all their money. And with these hype coins, what happens is that some social media influencer on YouTube, on TikTok, or Instagram will say, you know, Dogecoin is amazing. I've just bought thousands of dollars worth. I think you should buy it. What happens then is that the lay public, people that don't understand trading or cryptocurrency, they will follow what the influencers are saying. That's why they are called influencers. Even as Kim Kardashian was promoting a coin recently, I forget what coin it is. Then there's Paris Hilton. I mean, these people haven't got a clue on cryptocurrency. They will promote whatever you tell them to promote if you pay them for it. Okay, these people promote these coins that are hype coins. The price goes up. The people that want to make the money, the institutions, the banks, large corporations around the world, they will make their money at the top, at the peak, and then they will dump. They will then get rid of their coins. They've made their millions, if not billions, and all the retail traders that haven't got a clue what's going on will come in when it's too late. So they will lose their money, but the guys that want to make their money will have made their money. That's how it works. So my recommendation is don't go for those hype coins. Do your own research. Now, going back to exchanges, it's important to use several exchanges. I don't know if you remember, but Mt. Gox, was it a few years ago in 2014? It was the largest cryptocurrency or Bitcoin exchange at that point. And I think 70% of all Bitcoin trades all over the world were using Mt. Gox, and Mt. Gox became bankrupt. So people using Mt. Gox lost their money. Okay, it's happened to me in the past as well, where companies that I've partnered with have become bankrupt, and that's why my recommendation is to use different exchanges and don't just have all your coins in one wallet. Use several wallets, and I have discussed that on earlier training as well. So please just bear in mind what I've just said. Use several exchanges. Don't just focus on one. Now, when it comes to the price of Bitcoin, again, it was a question I had recently from someone saying, let me see if I can find that question. And he was saying that, what's with all this regulation that's going on? I'm seeing all this regulation. Surely this will have a negative impact. Regulation may have a short-term negative impact, but regulation is actually a good thing for the price of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. And the reason for that is that once regulation comes in, large corporations, banks, governments, hedge funds, they will openly start investing in cryptocurrencies. At the moment, many of them are doing it secretly. Okay, once they start openly investing in these cryptocurrencies, the price will go much higher. So when you're looking at the price, regulation is actually good for the price. El Salvador in South America recently legalized Bitcoin, and they have their own exchange. And I think recently they were offering $20 or whatever it was to every single person that used that app to buy their cryptocurrencies with. So at the moment, we are seeing this. South America is ahead of the game. And what you'll find is in the next few months, next few years, many countries will adopt cryptocurrencies as legal tender. At the moment, what's happening is that the information they are putting out for the lay public is still stating in many places that it's a scam, it's a con, don't do it. China has been saying that you cannot, mine cryptocurrencies in China, and as a result of that, we saw the reduction in price. That's what we saw here. From the $65,000, the price came down to beyond $30,000. So had you shorted your positions there, you'd have been quids in. You'd have made a lot of money. And now, what we are seeing now is that slowly we are going to leave this phase here. Very slowly, we're going to jump out of at the moment, the price is not really going anywhere. It's like up and down and all over the place. There's no real trend. So this consolidationary phase, if that's a word, that is going to change soon, and you will see the price of Bitcoin going back up again very soon. Now, recently, again, the SEC has said that it has no plans to regulate Bitcoin in 2021. So the SEC has no plans to regulate Bitcoin in 2021. That is big news for us. And again, as a result of that, we have seen some positives in the marketplace. The price of Bitcoin has slowly recovered. This was actually on the 11th of June, 2021. And if you look at this just before that, on the 8th, 9th of June, the price of Bitcoin was $33,000. And then on the 11th of June, the price, obviously there was a bit of a pullback here, but the price went up to $41,000. So you can see how quickly the price of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies can change on the back of news, which is why fundamentals are so important, certainly when it comes to cryptocurrency trading. Now, another very important news recently was the NSC 002 rule change, which basically means that, this has been coined as the mother of all short squeezes. So if you go online and do a Google search on the mother of all short squeezes, you'll come to this rule change here. And this rule is actually the NSCC 002 rule. And it applies to cryptocurrencies, stocks, commodities. And what's happened is that in the past, whether you know this or not, and I've been talking about this for a very long time, these, like these billionaires, people like Elon Musk, they send out a tweet, they manipulate the market, they make their billions, and then they pull out. They've made their billions, and then what happens is the lay public, people that haven't got a clue, they then come into the market and lose their money. But the billionaires have made their money as a result of the loss of the retail traders that haven't got a clue. Now, what's been happening, that's been happening a lot recently. So Elon Musk has been tweeting, China has been saying they're banning cryptocurrencies, and other countries have been putting their 2 pennies worth in so they can make their billions. So recently, Elon Musk, obviously, he was saying that we're going to support Bitcoin, and then the price of Bitcoin went very, very high. They bought Bitcoin, and then they said, no, we're not going to support it anymore. The price came back down again. They bought Bitcoin, and then what happens is, this is like a cycle. They buy when the price is low. They then either sell or they move on to other coins when the price is high. But regardless of that, what happens is that market manipulation is rampant, and this NSCC 002 ruling has basically said that these institutes, these billionaires, these banks, corrupt entities can no longer push prices lower. They can no longer push prices lower. They need to show how much money they have to hand before they short their positions. Whereas before, they didn't need to do that. What they were doing was they were shorting their positions, and they kept shorting it and manipulating the market so the price would come down quite a lot. And then what they would do is they would buy at the low, and they would continue to buy to fill their coffers. So at the moment, what's happening is Goldman Sachs, governments around the world, billionaires, hedge funds, and institutes, they are buying Bitcoin, and they've been buying Bitcoin for the last few weeks. And it's crazy. What's happened is, very, very quickly, again, on the Bitcoin chart, what happened was, as the price was going up, these institutions, they would have stopped buying at this point. So around $50,000, $55,000, they would have stopped buying at that point. And the information they were pumping out at that time via the media, obviously they own the media, so the information the retail public was seeing at that point would have been, cryptocurrency is good, look at it, you should buy into it, it's going to make you loads of money, it's a good investment vehicle for your finances. So the retail public would have come in at this point, and they would have started to buy at around $55,000, $60,000, $65,000. And then at the peak, Tesla, or Elon Musk, or some of the China or whatever else, they would now say, no, you know what, cryptocurrency is bad, we don't recommend you do cryptocurrency, it's not good for you. And this is what happened. The retail traders at this point would have lost their holdings, so that they could potentially have had long positions in play, and when the market turned, they would have lost those positions. And this is, at this point, the retail traders that came in, they would have left the market. So they left the market at this point, and now what's happened is they have not got any more money to invest into cryptocurrency at this stage. But guess what? The price is now at an all-time low compared to what it was recently, $65,000. And at this point, the institutions, the governments, the hedge funds, the billionaires, they have been buying cryptocurrency like crazy. They have been buying cryptocurrency like crazy. And now the information that's been pumped out to the market via the media, which they own anyway, so the media is obviously manipulated and that's owned as well. Now what they are saying is that you've got this new NSCC rule. You've also got the SEC, which is saying that they are not going to regulate Bitcoin. So all the positive news is now coming back into the market, and the price is going back up again. But of course, the retail traders that had their positions, they've already lost their money. They haven't got any more funds to come back into the market. But what's going to happen now is they are now saying it's a scam, it doesn't work, and the price of Bitcoin will continue to go up. It may still come down. It may still hit the $30,000 mark again. It could go beyond that, because we've had these lower lows going on for a few days now. But the fact that the market has turned is a good thing for the price of Bitcoin. So what's going to happen now potentially is the price of Bitcoin will exceed the $65,000 that it hit on the 14th of April. So it's going to go back up to $65,000, $70,000, $80,000, $100,000, $150,000. maybe even $200,000. And at that point, the retail traders, everybody else, they will say, maybe we should now buy Bitcoin. So they'll come back into the market when the price is $150,000. And of course, it's going to be close to too late then, because what's going to happen then is that, sorry, I'm giving you a history lesson here. The institutes, the billionaires, the hedge funds, the governments, they will, at that point, when the price is $150,000, $170,000, approximately, their give and take, they will then say, no, we're banning Bitcoin. It's not good for you. We don't recommend it. It's a scam. It's a con. And guess what's going to happen? The retail traders that have just come into the market, they will lose their money again because they came in too late. So the moral of the story is the price is still good. Anywhere, I'd say below $40,000 is still a good time to come into Bitcoin. And for Ethereum, slowly, that the price is starting to creep up. And I did say before, any price below $2,000 would be a good point to come in. It is still a good time to jump into those cryptocurrencies if you are not already invested in those cryptocurrencies. Now, when it comes to Bitcoin, there's something known as the halving, or halvening, depending on who you speak to, every 4 or so years. So every 4 or so years, the supply of Bitcoin to the market is halved. So what happens when supply comes down of any commodity? I don't know if you remember, just a few months ago, we had obviously the pandemic and everything else, we had a shortage of toilet paper because everybody had gone into the markets, into the shops, they'd all bought their toilet papers. So the price of toilet papers went up. So many of the smaller shops increased their prices. And I even heard that, if toilet paper today costs about, I don't know, let's say £5, some of these smaller shops were then selling toilet paper for £10. On eBay and other online stores, toilet paper was going for like £15, £20, because it was not available in the shops. So when supply is depleted, the price goes up. So every 4 years, Bitcoin halving occurs. The next Bitcoin halving is going to be around 2024, give and take. The previous Bitcoin halving occurred in 2020. And at the moment, we are just coming into point 2 here. So we've gone beyond point 1. So point 1 was the $65,000 that we had just a few weeks ago. Point 2 is yet to come, in my opinion. So this is based on my own research. Point 2 is yet to come. So 65,000 is this one here. So this one's $65,000. Point 2 could be $100,000. And then we'll see again, once it hits that next all-time high, we will see the price come back down again like this. And then we'll have the huge price increase where Bitcoin could hit $200,000, $150,000, $200,000, potentially even $250,000. And those are your 3 peaks. And these 3 peaks occur every time after Bitcoin halving. Bitcoin halving has occurred. It occurred last year. We are currently moving into peak number 2, and then we'll hit the peak number 3. So again, the same thing happens over and over again. Retail traders come in at the wrong time. Currently, again, this is based on my own research. We are over here somewhere in the marketplace. We've got a bit of a consolidation going on, and then the price will go up. It'll come back down again and then hit the final peak. And again, as always happens, the retail traders will come in at this point and they will lose their money. So you don't want to be of those people that lose their money. You need to come in at the right point, which is why you are listening to this webinar. Come in at the right point and you will make amazing returns. Okay, so every single person that I work with, what we do is my training will help you build a 6 and 7 figure portfolio, cryptocurrency portfolio. So if you follow the trainings, there's no reason why you can't hit those 6 and 7 figures. And again, a 6-figure cryptocurrency portfolio, you can then move that money into stable coins. So stable coins are coins that mimic the dollar. So coins like Tether, USD coin. There's a couple of others, DAI as well. So you've got DAI. So all these coins at $1, I mean, it's quite funny, and do not expect these prices to go up because these are stable coins. These coins will always be around $1. Okay, these coins are pegged to the US dollar, so don't come in and buy $1,000 worth of tether thinking that your tether will go up to like times 10. It's not going to happen. So what happens is, as we come into a bear market, so going back to my chart again, as we come back into a bear market, what you need to do at this point is either liquidate your assets and then do whatever you want to with them, buy a house, buy a few houses, buy a few cars, or you can stake, or you can actually pump your money into stable coins, and then as the market comes down, you can buy more of their assets. So let me give you an example. The price of Ethereum, for example, let's say the price of Ethereum is $2,000, okay? The price of Ethereum then goes up to $4,000. At $4,000, we feel the price might come back down again. So let's just use the real data here. So when the price of Ethereum, ETH, was $2,000, it went up to $4,000. At $4,000, you could have transferred your ETH into, let's just say, USD coin. At $4,000, you could have transferred your ETH into USD coin. So now you've got $4,000 worth of, well, you got $4,000 basically in USD coin. When the price of Ethereum came down to $2,000, you could have bought 2 ETH with your $4,000. So now, initially you had just 1 Ethereum or 1 ETH. Now you've got 2 ETH, and it hasn't cost you anything. Obviously, you've got the transaction charge, which is minimal, but you just got 2 Ethereum, and all you've done is you bought when the price was low, you transferred your assets into a stable coin when the price was high. When the price came down again, with that money in your stable coin, you bought additional Ethereum, additional of the same asset you had before. So you just made $2,000, if not a lot more than that, because obviously the price of Ethereum is going to appreciate going forward. So that's how you do it. So as we come into a bear market, you can put your coins, exchange them into stable coins, and then as the market comes down, you can then buy more of those coins. So any price at around $2,000, it is still a good time to buy Ethereum, because Ethereum, the price of Ethereum is expected to go up very, very soon. We have the new, excuse me, I'll talk about staking shortly, but with Ethereum, we have a lot of things happening soon. You've got, is it the new protocol for Ethereum coming out soon as well, potentially in July. And again, the price of Ethereum will go up once that hits. So I'm not sure what the exact date is, but it's expecting to be sometime in July. And it is expecting to go up very, very soon beyond July. At the moment, like I said earlier, we are in a phase of consolidation where the price doesn't seem to be going up nor down. You've got the natural ebbs and flows in the market. Quanisha is saying, amazing, I just bought Ethereum yesterday. Very well done, Quanisha. So yeah, the price is going to go up because we've got the protocol coming very, very soon. And on the back of that, I didn't have a note, so I lost my note, but on the back of that, the price will go up. So just bear that in mind. A lot of things are happening with Ethereum at the moment, and the price of Ethereum, some people think the market capitalization of Ethereum will go beyond that of Bitcoin because it has a larger use case than Bitcoin. So those are the 2 coins. And then obviously, if you're looking at altcoins as well, if I go back to my initial chart, I mean, some altcoins you can potentially consider. I mean, you got Cardano. Again, the price of Cardano has gone back up again. It was just over $1, and now it's gone to $1.32 in just the space of a few days. You've got Polkadot as well, another great coin. Kusama, another good coin as well. Chainlink is another coin to potentially look at, and then you've got others as well. So those are just a few altcoins you can consider having as part of your portfolio. And again, once the price of Bitcoin picks up, your portfolio of altcoins will follow. Now, very, very quickly, I've discussed staking before. This is where the market actually pays you dividends. So if you have Ethereum, for example, you can stake that. And this is actually the Coinbase site, and you can stake on various exchanges. So Coinbase allows you to stake and earn rewards. And then there's Binance as well. They have staking available as well. This just means that when you have cryptocurrency and it's sitting in the exchange not doing anything, you can actually earn an income on the back of that. And you do that through a process known as staking. And that basically gives you money for just having money, if that makes any sense. So you're providing liquidity to the marketplace, and as a thank you, they will pay you dividends. So again, crypto.com allows that as well. Now, I did some exchange training just a few days ago. So if you go to my YouTube channel, if you haven't currently subscribed, please go to my YouTube channel here and do subscribe to that channel and click the bell icon, because there's training every single day. And some of this training is very, very timely. So if I feel the market's going to change, I will put my training on YouTube live. And obviously, if you're part of the mentorship program, you'll get this training anyway. But if you're not, some of that information will be on YouTube live, and you can get that information if you are subscribed to the channel, and you'll get the notification straight away. So this video that I did 20 hours ago goes into more detail on exchanges. So, I talk about various exchanges and how you can register onto those exchanges so you can buy and sell cryptocurrency for profit. And then prior to that, 2 days ago, I did some training on how you can make money on Coinbase. So Coinbase is obviously an exchange, and you can actually make free money on Coinbase. There's more than one way to skin a cat. Certainly when it comes to cryptocurrencies, it's not just about buying and selling crypto. There's a lot of ways that you can actually earn a very, very good profit from cryptocurrencies. So I'll talk about some of those angles on this video here. And again, for those of you that are guests, or for those of you that are members of the mentorship program, if you do have guests and people that are interested in cryptocurrency trading, you can actually send them links to any of these videos that I do almost every single day, and we can show them how to build their 6 and 7 figure portfolios. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say today. I hope you've learned something from this presentation. Please do let me, in fact, keep those questions coming. And for those of you that have not yet joined the academy, or those of you that are not members of our mentorship program, if you are looking to build a 6 and 7 or 7 figure portfolio via cryptocurrencies, you can reach out to me via my social media channels that you can see on the screen. Any questions, drop me a note via any of those social media pages, or drop me a WhatsApp message, and I'll answer those questions on forthcoming presentations and or webinars. So again, my name is Dr. Jav. Thank you everybody for being on this presentation today. It's great having you, and I will see you very, very soon on the next call. Thank you. God bless, and I'll speak soon.